The UFL and U.S. Army resolved this $11 million marketing partnership ahead of the 2025 season. We have talked about this on UFL News Hub in the past. So, of course, they're starting. The league starts March 28th. And there was this whole thing about what's going on with the U.S. Army. Did they, getting negative attention about their partnership and The Rock not doing his part? Well, the $11 million marketing partnership between the U.S. Army and the UFL, which included uniform logos, social media promotions from the UFL co-owner Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, concluded with both parties reaching some type of agreement. Definitely not for the $11 million. According to UFL News Hub sources, this news was a surprise to everybody in the front office and around the UFL. When this article came out, they thought that they weren't going to get any money from the United States Army, and then that was a done deal. But then all of a sudden, Front Office Sports, which, by the way, is partly owned by Redbird Capital, came out with the story that they came up with some kind of agreement. No word on what the amount is, but I don't think it'll be anything close to the $11 million initially in the initial partnership. So military.com, I reached out to the author multiple times of the military.com article to get him on the podcast to talk about what he's what he said. Reported in July of 2024 that internal Army documents showed concerns about the partnership's effectiveness. The initial agreement required Johnson to create 5 social media posts valued at $1 million each, but only 2 were published. So there you go. So that's $5 million as part of the $11 million. I still am unclear why Dwayne Johnson wouldn't just make the posts. This is your venture. I just don't understand that whole part. So the UFL president, Russ Brandon, confirmed the resolution in a front office sports interview. We have great relationship with the Army, General George and Colonel Butler and that whole team. I think we worked through all of that, and I think we're all in a good place. Army marketing spokesperson Laura D. Francisco clarified the situation. She said the Army was not ever trying to get money back from the UFL. This was a contract and entity is paid for services rendered upon completion of contract, not before. Noted that both parties reached an agreement for fair market value of the provided promotion. So they weren't asking money for back. I don't know where any that came from that they were asking for money back, but services rendered and the Army paid something. We just don't know. Now, the Army does not plan to continue its marketing partnership with the UFL in 2025. To be fair to the United Football League, none of the U.S. military marketing deals have done well in gaining recruits. This goes all the way back to 2012 with NASCAR, and even when they created their own video game, they pulled that too. So this is not 100% on the UFL by any stretch. It's the United States military marketing. It's just, kind of the age we're in right now. I'll just leave it at that. The UFL needs to land, though, a major sponsor to help the costs for the 2025 season. No word on if the Michael Strahan brand will return or one of many Dwayne Johnson brands like Zoa or Terramana will return. We haven't heard anything yet. And then the thing is, I think that was a deal with the XFL that they really wanted, and they worked on that, and then they merged with the UFL, and DJ got cold feet or something about that. I've heard he's not really involved much in the UFL, though Danny Garcia is at meetings and stuff like that. But we're just going to have to kind of find out. I don't know what his deal is, and just hopefully the UFL can land a major marketing deal with a big-time company in 2025.